So because of the way that I'm talking about the genocide of believers that is going on in Nigeria constantly, imagine a military personnel, a military officer will come out and threaten my life. Someone that's supposed to be the
Hello and what's up guys. In this video, a shocking video has just gone viral, and trust me, you need to see this. A Christian evangelist from northern Nigeria has come out with a chilling message. He says a man dressed in full military uniform threatened to butcher him into pieces simply because he spoke out against the killings of Christians in Nigeria. Now pause and think about that for a second. A soldier, someone trained and paid to protect lives, is allegedly threatening to take one, and not just any life, but that of a pastor who has been raising his voice against what he calls the genocide of believers. In the video, the cleric looks visibly shaken but determined. He says, "I don't know what Nigeria is turning into," and honestly, many Nigerians are asking the same question. He explains that because he has been consistently speaking out about the killings of Christians, this military man came out publicly on TikTok and said in Hausa that if they ever meet one-on-one, they will cut him into pieces, butcher him, slice him up. Guys, this isn't just talk. The evangelist attached screenshots of the soldier's comment, his profile, and even his photo in uniform. The comment was later deleted, but not before it was captured and shared, and now it is spreading like wildfire. This is not the first time we are hearing such disturbing stories. Just recently, Fulani militants stormed a church in Katsina state, killing a pastor and a church member right at the altar. They shouted Islamic slogans and spared nearby Muslim homes. The pastor had received threats before, but he kept preaching peace. Sadly, that peace cost him his life. And in Plateau state, over 60 Christians were slaughtered in coordinated attacks. The governor himself called it genocide. These aren't isolated cases. They are part of a growing pattern that many Nigerians are now questioning deeply. Back to the evangelist, he says he won't be silent. Even if they kill him, he says everybody will die one day. He believes some military officers may be aiding these terrorists, and honestly, with all these attacks happening, many are starting to wonder if he's right. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
Greetings my brothers and sisters in the Lord. Trust God you are all doing fine. So sorry brothers, I don't know what Nigeria is turning to. I don't know what our country Nigeria is turning to, because I don't know if it is a crime for someone to come out and talk about something that is going on which is not right. So because of the way that I'm talking about the genocide of believers that is going on in Nigeria constantly, imagine a military personnel, a military officer will come out and threaten my life. Someone that's supposed to be the person that will protect people's lives and their properties. He is the one coming to threaten my life, saying that if we can meet one-on-one, he will going to cut my body into pieces. Read the comments. The comment is here. And the picture that you're seeing here, he is the one. He is the one, and he's a military officer. And then again, I also include his profile. You're going to see his profile. It's a military personnel. You can see the comment. He said, if anywhere we meet one-on-one, he will make sure that he cut me into pieces. He butchered me into pieces. And a military officer for that matter, someone that is in Nigerian Army, someone that's supposed to be protecting people's lives and their properties, the one coming out to threaten a fellow citizen just because the person is talking about the genocide of believers that is going on in Nigeria. So if you can remember on my last statement, I said we are not saying Muslims are killing Christian. What we are saying is Islamic terrorists are killing Christian. And then this guy here in question, he's wearing military uniform, and by the look, he is a soldier. He belongs to the Nigerian Army, and he's the one that makes such a comment. Immediately when he made that comment, before he deleted it, I screenshot everything. So that's why I have to do this short video in order to let the whole world know what Nigerian is turning to. I'm beginning to believe what that woman said yesterday, that it is some of the military people, they are the one that is aiding all these Islamic terrorists to go around killing believers. I'm beginning to believe it. And you know what? Except if you people will come and eliminate me, except if you people will kill me too, but I will never be keep quiet, I will never be silent. See, everybody will die one day. Either you like it or not, you too, you will die. If you kill me, or if you eliminate me, then stay in the world forever and ever. Let's see. Yes. So this picture that you're seeing is his picture, and look at his comment here. And then, like I've said, I'll include his profile so that you people should see it very well. A military man for that matter. Let the world know, let the world see that among the Nigerian armies, there are a lot of people that are supporting these Islamic terrorists going around killing Christians here and there. If not, someone who is not a terrorist cannot come out to support what this Islamic terrorist is doing. And what always baffles me and what continues to surprise me is that this guy is a military personnel. He's a military officer for that matter. So if anything happened to me, all he responsible. And by implication, I'm not sure if this guy will relent, because according to him, anyway he sees me. In fact, let me tell you the truth. He mentioned the state where I'm staying and also mentioned the name of the area where I'm staying. By implication, maybe he have already tracked me, knows the state where I'm living, and also knows the name of the area where I am staying. By implication, he knows all those information. He mentioned the name of the state and the name of the area. He said that anyway we can meet, anyway we meet, or he will definitely make sure that we meet one-on-one for him to bushot me into pieces. And a military officer for that matter. That's why I say it. I have to do this video to attach his comment, attach his picture, attach his profile, so that the world can see him. The world will know who he is. This is it. This is what is going on in Nigeria. You don't have the right to come out and speak against the killings of Christians that is going on here and there. The moment you start, someone somewhere else will come out and threaten your life. That's it. That's how Nigeria has become. So the picture that you're seeing, that's him. And that is his comment. The Lord bless you all in the name of Jesus. Let Nigeria and the whole world know what is happening and what is going on. Thank you.
Islamists are chopping the heads of Nigerian Christians in the north every single day. Every day they attack families and towns in isolation in Nigeria and unalive all of them while shouting Allahu Akbar. Do you care to know more about that, or you don't? You are busy shouting and protesting for Palestine at the US summit as an African and in the major cities of the Western countries, forgetting that there is a worse genocide in slow motion in Nigeria. Already, the world doesn't care about us. African issues aren't on the minds of the Western powers. Already, they don't care for us or what happens to us except for what we have. And we here, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, many people being programmed not to care about our own selves, but protesting about what's happening elsewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, the level of misinformation and hypocrisy in the world is just overwhelming. The double standards of the West should make we, the African people, think deeply about our future.
So Al Jazeera published an article this morning that said, no, Bill Mayer, there is not a genocide in Nigeria, which is hilarious to me because the author of the article is a special advisor to the Nigerian government. And the Nigerian government has been complicit in covering up the genocide of Christians in the country. So what's the truth? Since 2003, there have been a recorded over 50,000 Christians who have been killed specifically because of their faith. Now, some experts estimate that that number is actually much higher because, again, the Nigerian government has been complicit in covering up and the denial of the Christian genocide happening. You might ask the question, well, who is conducting this genocide? There are three key groups that are targeting Christians and conducting genocide in Nigeria: Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Fulani herdsmen. All of them are Islamic militant groups, and the way that they have been targeting and attacking Christians is similar. Fulani herdsmen are rural farmers, Islamic extremists, and what they do is they'll go into Christian villages, historically Christian villages in Nigeria, and they slaughter the Christians by the hundreds and take the women and girls for hostage. Boko Haram and ISWAP are terrorist organization affiliates operating in Nigeria. They'll go into a church or a prayer service and kill Christians by the hundreds, and it's happening almost weekly. Right now, there are over 850 Christians who are being held hostage. In 2025 alone, there have been 7,000 Christians who have been killed in Nigeria. Just for some perspective, when ISIS campaigned genocide against Christians in Iraq and Syria, there is an estimated 5,000 Christians that were killed in the entirety of the time that ISIS had a terror reign and stronghold of Syria and Iraq. Islamic extremists have killed more than 7,000 Christians, more Christians than ISIS killed during the time that they campaigned genocide in Iraq and Syria and in the Nineveh Plain. We cannot allow Al Jazeera, the author of this article, and the Nigerian government to continue to deny the mass extermination of Christians in Nigeria. And frankly, we cannot allow the United Nations and the United States of America to continue to be silent on this issue. Silence is complicity when we know the truth. Share this video, be the voice of Nigerian Christians, and let the world know the truth.
I've had a lot of people on my last video comment to give more of a explanation of what's going on against Christians in Nigeria. So I spent the last day trying to find the most evidence and research I could find. Nigerian Christians are being martyred by Islamic extremist groups, and the world's silent. The media is silent, and the Islamic group that is doing these acts that I could find is a group called jihadist. Jihadist group is 100% driven by the terrorist group Al Qaeda, and just this year over 20,000 churches and Christian schools have been destroyed or attacked. Over 52,000 believers martyred for their faith in Jesus Christ. In Yellowwater, recently, Islamic extremist storms the makeshift shelter screaming Allah Allah Akbar, which means Allah Allah is the greatest. They burned the homes, they gunned down those trying to flee away, and they butchered others with machetes. And within hours, they say hours, but they make it, the news page I read, they make it seem like it was more like in the minutes, in the first hour, over 200 believers were slaughtered. Over 3,000 of them were displayed as like trophies, like, oh, this one's been, cut up, this one has been killed, this one's been slaughtered, this one, got beat up, whatever it is. They displayed 3,000 believers like they were their trophies. And Christian women, they have been kidnapped, raped, and forcibly converted to Islam. Worshippers and farmers have been gunned down. Worshippers have been gunned down in Holy Mass, or during their church service, or during their prayer service. They're being gunned down right there in their church, praising the Lord. But Nigerian Christians, regardless of what's going on in their world right now, what's going on in their community, they refuse to deny their faith. They're refusing to stop praising the Lord. They understand that they are being attacked and persecuted, but that doesn't stop them from praising the Lord. That doesn't, make them want to deny their faith. If anything, it is making them want to be even more bold and even more, witnesses of Jesus Christ and the good things of Him. And that is the boldness that we Christians here in America need to have. We live in the land of the free. We have freedom and free will to go out and proclaim the gospel, but some of us refuse to because we're scared of how people are going to look at us. We're scared because we're going to be judged or looked at different or looked at weird. But we have Nigerian Christians being persecuted and gunned down in the middle of the day or the middle of the night. They're being killed and persecuted and martyred for their faith. But me in America with freedom and the free will to go out and preach the gospel, I'm scared because I'm afraid of what man's going to say to me. And the most important thing is that I'm trying to get out of my heart and get out of my flesh is, denying my faith in front of man, denying my boldness to my faith in front of man, because one day if we deny our faith in front of man, we will be denied in front of the Father, as what the Bible tells us. But I would like to read a couple Bible verses out of John 15, 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of this world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. We have to remember, if the world hates you, we have to, remember that the world hated Jesus Christ. The world hates us because of him. The world hates us because of what Jesus stood for. He stood for the truth. The world don't want to know the truth. The world hates, the truth and the love of Jesus Christ. The world wants nothing to do with Christ. The world wants nothing to do with this Holy Bible. The world wants nothing to do with anything that is involved with Jesus Christ. And that comes down to verse 20 right here, where if they have persecuted Jesus Christ, they will persecute you. If they hate you enough, they will persecute you. And just as we're seeing in Nigeria, there will come a day here in America where all of us Christians may be persecuted for our faith, but we have to have the boldness and just the faith not to deny our faith, the boldness to not deny our faith, and the boldness and the faith to, regardless of what's going on in the world, we refuse to stop praising the Lord. Even when loved ones and family members and friends are being, martyred for their faith, we still praise the Lord. We still refuse to deny our faith. That is the boldness that we should all be striving to have, the boldness that we all should want to have, the boldness that we should try to set the goal to have, because this is my goal. I want to have boldness like this, where regardless if I may and will be persecuted for my faith, I will not deny my faith. I will not stop praising the Lord. And that starts right here, getting in the word, getting to know this scripture inside and out, from Genesis to Revelations, from Revelations to Genesis. We know it all. We have to know everything in this in order not to deny our faith, because every answer or every question we have, the answer is in this Bible. And that is where we need to spend majority of our time, seeking the Lord, seeking Jesus Christ, and seeking the boldness not to deny our faith, seeking the boldness to not stop praising the Lord regardless of what's going on around the world, in our country, in this world. Simply, we learn not to stop praising the Lord.